What is going on, guys? It is Zigzag here and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be playing on A Diverse World, and we're going to be playing no moving, panning or zooming and attempting the world record. Now the world record currently sits at about 24,700 and my record sits at about 23,500. So about 1,200, 1,300 point difference there, and I will be attempting to close that gap, at least somewhat today. Get a personal best. A world record is, I'll admit, a slim chance, but we're going to see if I can get anywhere there. So if you're liking my videos, you've been hanging around a while, or you're new, definitely consider subscribing, because I'm doing more or less daily videos at the moment. So yeah, we are in the first round here, and we have an Australia round, without a doubt. The question is where, though. It's definitely quite rural, a little bit hilly. I don't think it's South Australia, although that is a possibility. I'm thinking more of Queensland here, actually, because of this rural Gen 4 coverage. This could be quite wrong, but I think I will go Queensland. Could be somewhere out here. Alternatively, maybe somewhere out near Emerald. Yeah, I think somewhere out there is most likely. And no, it is out in South Australia, so not going to be a good enough score to start off with, but we can always go back in. Okay, so this one's interesting. Albania or Montenegro are my first thoughts here. I've got all white road lines, so that would fit. There's kind of red soil. Interesting. I think Albania is most likely here, but I might guess somewhere. Well, if we're going for the world record, we should really look at the road angle here. It's more or less east to west. It's kind of going relatively straight through a mountain pass. So let's try there. And at 38 kilometers away, that's a really good start. So that's the kind of points we need, 4,900. We're probably going to need to be even more precise from here on in, but that was good at least. Okay, now we are in Cambodia. Driving, of course, right-hand side of the road. We have a sectioned pole here. So fine that we're in Cambodia, but where is the question? So if you zoom in slowly on Google Maps, you can see where the drier parts are. I think this part kind of gets a bit drier out here, and also maybe a bit south of Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh? That is the question. Kind of going east to west through a dusty village here. A dusty village it is. Yeah, I think it's somewhere south of Phnom Penh. So, what about this one? I don't know. The thing is, we're probably going to drop just too many points to even be in contention here. So let's just go for it. And yeah, 180 kilometers. Unfortunately, it's out this way. So now we're just going for personal best. That is what we're going for now. This one is somewhere in North America, and it is rather green. Kind of feels like West Coast to me, although I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking of British Columbia or Washington State. Perhaps British Columbia. Maybe it is out. Just trying to think. Could be out this way. Maybe it's more likely to be somewhere out on the outskirts of Seattle or something like that. Could also be somewhere out here, but I'm going to go for Seattle, and yeah, it is out there, damn. It's in Blind Bay, right near Kamloops and Vernon. So, yeah, 4,000 points. Again, we're outside of much contention here, so we can just send these guesses a little bit more quickly. Thinking somewhere up here, maybe. Well, that's a really nice guess. That's at least good. 94 kilometers away there in Argentina, and the double yellow lines, maybe this is in Taiwan. We're driving right-hand side of the road. Taiwan? I think it's got to be Taiwan here. So, mountains to the north. Feels fairly green, so might go just central Taiwan here. And are we correct? Yeah, we are. So we end up with the 22,900. I mean, it's no world record, but it's actually a great way to start the video. This BC one had me a bit disappointed, but all the rest of the guesses were good. We had the good seed and a bit of good luck with the Argentina. And yeah, so we're on a 2-country streak as well. Let's see if we can continue on and pick up some better scores here. So Next one, we have double yellow lions. This one definitely reminds me of Argentina or of Uruguay. The double yellow lions might mean that it has to be Argentina. I feel like in Uruguay they would put a white marker between. We have bollards, so that is interesting. I think if we are in Argentina, we're probably on the Uruguayan border here, so why not something like that? We are going east to west across a bridge, so it could be like on the border, roughly east to west across a bridge. So what about this bridge here? Let's give that a go. And okay, we're actually on the Parana River here on the border with Brazil, or with Paraguay, so we dropped too many points. That's okay, we can start again. Again, like it's all about finding that right seed, and even if you're more or less correct, it's sometimes not enough. Well, that's cool. So here we have like the rare variant of the French bollard, where it goes white, grey, red. What's not cool is that I don't exactly know where that's found. So I'm thinking of just a central France guess here, quite in the middle. And it's good. It is central. It's good, but is it great? No. I think we have to start again. If we're really going for that world record, you just got to cut out guesses like that. You just got to accept the loss and continue on. This one's interesting. We've got a rear yellow number plate here, so we should be in Britain. Whereabouts is the question. So these houses are rather boxy. Could be Northern Ireland. Certainly could be. In fact, that's probably what I'm leaning. Could be Scotland as well, or somewhere along here. Could be Isle of Man. If we had a bit of red on the number plate. Do we? Don't think we do. It's also a possibility, but I might guess on the outskirts of Belfast here. And oh wow, it's way up and up. This is in Stornoway, which is a city on one of these Scottish islands. Not sure what that island is called, but that again is not good enough. So back into it. I was right about it being northern though. So here we are in the Northern Territory for sure. We have some hills to the north, and we are going directly north-south. So I think I can get a good score on this one. Not in as much practice as I used to be with Australia, but yeah, I think the angle of the road should be something like this. Do we have any hill nearby? So thinking somewhere like that. Can we see any railroad or anything like that? We have a road going off to that side. There are many options here. And I'm not entirely sure what to pick. But the road doesn't quite bend like that, even though there are mountains around here. So I'm just going to click on the straight section and hope that these mountains are not some of the ones that show up on the map. And that is actually in WA, so it kind of makes sense with the hills, actually. And I'm quite surprised, though. Okay, so back into it. We have snow-capped mountains to our south here. So I think we are very far south in Argentina. Perhaps on one of these roads out here. It's got to be something like that. It's like here or further south, I'm pretty sure. It's actually further north, right on the border as well, so 3.9, not good enough. We're on a 7-country streak, though. Okay, next up. Canada? I think this is Canada. It's hilly, though, which is kind of strange. We do have American cars. Where would be this hilly? I don't know if Newfie has that much hill going on. Maybe over here. Let's go for that. I can't be bothered thinking about that too hard. We get 4,700, so yeah, we can start off with this one. That's not too bad. Next one is, luckily enough, a Guatemala. So whereabouts in Guatemala would be? We're on a main road going north to south. We have hills to the south. And we don't have any writing that can help us too much, unfortunately. So if we have hills to the south, I mean, we could just be in like southern Guatemala City. And let's go for there. No, unfortunately not. This was probably 5Kable with the right amount of patience, but we'll take the 4,400. Holy pole, this is definitely somewhere in Turkey. Not entirely sure. We might go central here. And it's actually European Turkey. So we're on a 10 country streak. Why don't we just turn this into a country streak video? As I say that, we've got a bit of an ambiguous one here, though. Is it Belgium or is it the Netherlands? I think this is Belgium. I think it's going to be somewhere on this side of Belgium. 112 kilometers away. A good guess. Right on the border. So let's just turn this into a country streak. I think this is probably one of my highest ever country streaks for no moving, panning, or zooming. And this one's tough. Definitely kind of feels like Australia or New Zealand to me. The sun appears to be to the south, though. It's not quite... I'm not quite able to tell the angle, but it kind of appears to be to the south. So, given that, can we still comfortably guess in New Zealand? No. I think this is actually Japan. I think we're actually low cam, not generation 2. And so, whereabouts in Japan? I think central works. So let's see if I'm close. Yes, 32 kilometers away. We are very close indeed. That's one of my best ever Japan guesses, actually. Wow. That is great. And so, what we thought was in New Zealand turned into a 22,800. That is not bad at all, especially this Newfie guess I'm happy with. And actually, all of them were decent apart from the Guatemala, I would say. Okay, so we are on a 12 country streak now. Let's see if I can continue on this. This is turning into a more interesting thing than breaking the world record, I think. So we've got blue on both sides of that number plate. This should be somewhere in Italy. Yeah, this is definitely Italy. And so whereabouts is the question. We've got some farmland. The red brick is actually kind of confusing me. Could it actually be France now? If this blur wasn't here, I'm sure I'd be able to work it out because we could see if the front plate is short or long. But the fact that they're using brick here makes me think that this is not Italy. That this is rather France instead. Is there any other clue? It feels Northern European as well, and we have these dashes on the outside of the road, but I feel like both countries use those. So much to consider here. But the big one is this double blue strip on the plate. Something that you're definitely more likely to see in Italy than France. But these brick buildings, not looking all too Italian to me, especially on this side of the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, not looking particularly Italian to me. I think I have to go for France here. I think that's all that's going to satisfy me. This guy could be just an Italian traveller driving a Ford Focus. But I'm going to go for here. And, oh man, in Belgium? Are you kidding me? Let's actually take a look. So, had this blur not been there, could we have actually salvaged this round? So, yeah, without the blur, we would have this yellow number plate, and we'd be able to see, actually, there was red writing on that number plate. So, perhaps occasionally in Belgium, you do have the double blue, which is really interesting to me, actually. So, there you go. I mean, not bad. We still actually get some points here, luckily enough. But, yeah, we end our country streak. So, 4,500, we can continue on with that for sure. We have a bit more red on the number plate here as well, actually. So, could this just be another Belgium? I think so. Been a bit of the curse of Belgium today, I would say. 20 kilometers away, that makes up for it, I think. Okay, let's continue on. We've got fire hydrant warning here. We're in Japan. Feels northern. It's fairly flat as well, so kind of thinking that this might be in Hokkaido, although I'm not sure. I think just a plonk here might do as well, you know. I don't mind that at all. Somewhere out here? Yeah, it is northern, but not quite where I was thinking, so all we can hope for here is a decent score. This one looks to be somewhere in Turkey, I would say. Not entirely sure. It is Turkey, but wrong plonk. And then here we appear to be... Is this like Réunion or something? I'm not quite sure what this speed sign is. Would not be surprised if we were in Réunion here, though. Because it doesn't quite look right for France, I think. So let's try that out. Or is this just going to be France? We've got the blue spot on the pole. Is this just going to be France? Where is the sun? Sun appears to be to the south. Okay. Never mind then, never mind. Yeah, good. Wow. Interesting. How did I get confused there so much? 21,000, and I think I'll end the video there. Honestly, like, just the fact that the country streak ended right here is the saddest part to me. Didn't know that you could have those types of number plates in Belgium, or maybe it was just a French traveler, but I think the letters were red. And then, yeah, just a real French-speaking theme in this last little bit here. And a decent game. 21,000 is nothing to scoff at, but we end up losing the country streak, sadly, at 12. But I think that is my PB, so I can title this one something like a country streak game that resulted from an NMPZ game. But yeah, I think that was pretty fun, and we'll get that world record eventually. Don't worry, guys. Plenty of good games in here, though. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. I'll be definitely doing more of these, and I hope that the world record is somewhere in sight. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Catch ya.